Hey, what is going on, guys? This is your old pal CHH. We've got two reviews for you guys today. We've got Stigmata, the newest Mediabook from Dark Sky Films, and then we've got King Kong, the newest 4K limited edition Steelbook from Paramount Picks. I just figured, it's hard for me to keep up sometimes with reviews, so why not do two in one? If you guys don't mind that, drop a comment down below. Let me know. If you'd rather me try to keep them separate, just let me know, because I want to try to make everybody happy. So we're going to talk about these two releases. I just finished watching both of these, and I'll give you my recommendation over the two. And, of course, when it comes to King Kong, I'll tell you if I think you should grab this and not use your Scream Factory release anymore, or if you should stick with the Scream Factory or get the Scream Factory over the 4K Steelbook release. So let's start with Stigmata. So, yeah, pretty cool looking. I got the Mediabook. There's a Mediabook and a standard release you can get of this. And, of course, if you get the Mediabook, it's a little bit pricier. But the thing is that was really cool about this is Stigmata was really cheap. So Stigmata is a 1999 film starring Patricia Arquette about this woman who starts experiencing like she's going through when Jesus died, basically. She starts showing symptoms of this. It's actually a pretty weird movie. Not, like, uncomfortable weird, just weird, like the stuff that they did in this. Patricia's good. I like the cast. The movie's not bad. It's not that great either. I gotta be honest, I was kind of let down by it. I was expecting a hell of a lot more because I hadn't seen this since basically when it came out. Just one of those weird movies my mom watched because my mom's very religious, so she loves stuff like this. But yeah, I was not that impressed with it. I don't think it actually ages all that well. Not that I think it's bad, but not something I would run to the hills to want to watch again. So when you open up Stigmata, you've got your Blu-ray disc right here, and you get some pretty cool write-ups on there. You got a booklet with cool pictures from the cast. So, not a bad touch. I usually like that stuff. Mediabooks are cool. We got a Mediabook with Sleepy Hollow, I think. And on the other side, you get your DVD release for Stigmata. So, let's talk about this release. This release was $20, so that's a plus. Right there, I'll say that. The price was an absolute plus for this. Very cheap, fair, respectable price. Can't complain about that. Here's the God's honest truth, guys. I cannot recommend anybody buy this. The picture quality on this was abysmally bad. Horribly bad. Like, I have a friend that had told me they had a bootleg Spanish Blue of this. And when I had posted online how bad it looked, they were like, well, let me go watch this, because I had a Spanish Blue that looked pretty bad. And yeah, it looks as bad as that. This looks like it was a LimeWire rip for this movie. It looks pathetically bad. I'd give it a 1 out of 10 for picture quality. It gets a 1 because it's legible. You can understand the movie. The best way I can describe the picture quality for Stigmata is, you remember back in the day when we bought those horror packs of like the horror collection or classic titles? It's like 8 movies on a couple DVDs, and it would be like Chud 2 and 976 Evil. Remember those? This is what the picture quality for this is like. It's just really bad. So clearly they never remastered this from any sort of element that they had, because yeah, it looks like a LimeWire rip. I really can't put it any other way. I was really bummed out by that. And it's bad enough, honestly, to be distracting. Especially if you're a physical media collector who's watching high definition and you know what to look for and you know what you're used to. Watching this will be distractingly bad, so I cannot, in good conscience, recommend anybody get this movie on physical media, which is a shame because I was, this is not Dark Sky Films? I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. It says Cape Light Pictures and MGM on here. I thought it was Dark Sky. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyway, yeah, I gotta say, just really bad. Horrible picture quality. I don't recommend buying it. I'm sorry. I want to be very honest. I don't want people to get this expecting to see high image quality. It's very distracting. So, sorry if you bought this. I know I am. I mean, I would have just gotten the regular release had I known, just to catalog it, because I'm one of those people. I do enjoy cataloging titles to have it in the collection. I did not own Stigmata, so at least there's that. But if you're wanting to see this in high picture quality, no, it doesn't look any better than a VHS, unfortunately. So, don't know what happened there. Yeah, I'm really unsure. It doesn't look like it was a cheap movie. It doesn't look like it was shot horribly. It just looks pretty rough. So now we're gonna move on, guys, to King Kong. So this is the 1970. What year was this? 1976. I forget which year this movie came out, but let's just pretend it was 1976. The 70s King Kong movie. All right, so I was super excited about this because my favorite monster movie of all time is this movie, this King Kong movie. I've always loved this movie. I grew up with this one. And yeah, super excited. When the Scream Factory announced that they were doing a Blu-ray of it, I pre-ordered it day one. It was one of my day one purchases. As much as I love Godzilla, I've always been a Toho Godzilla fanatic. My favorite monster movie of all time is this one. And I'll, of course, explain why. So, yeah, when Paramount announced this, I pre-ordered it the day I heard about it. So, this is the Steelbook for King Kong. We'll look at this, and, yeah, that's great. This is one of those sliders, which this doesn't fit really, really tight. That's kind of been a problem with some Paramount titles. So, keep that in mind. It's not super loose, but if you don't hold it tight, it'll slide. It's not horrible, though. Like, honestly, the H2O one was even worse. Thankfully, this one's not as bad, but they need to figure that out. I remember Cloverfield, when I got that came in really bad. Anyway, guys, so here is King Kong's on the Steelbook. The back art is incredible. Look at that. That is absolutely incredible. This looks like somebody painted this. So, just remarkable art on here. And the slip shows... the girl in King Kong's hand in the city. I don't know if I really like or dislike these sliding steelbooks. I guess I kind of like them. They're fun to take on and off, so, you know, at least you got that going on with that. So, yeah, but this is gorgeous. This is a absolute, to me, a 10 out of 10 for artwork for this. So, anyway, got this movie. Absolutely love it. I think this is one of the best, not prosthetic, but like guys in a suit kind of movies of all time. I mean, this came out right in a perfect time, the 70s. It was a big budget movie. Dino De Laurentiis produced, just a legendary movie. Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, and Jessica Lange, introducing Jessica Lange. So yeah, love this movie to death. This is such an iconic monster movie to me. Everything about this one is just a perfect 10. I love it. This is my favorite monster movie of all time. So yeah, I was gonna get this regardless, just because I just had a sheer respect for this movie. So let's talk about the picture quality on this. So this is a 4K of the regular theater cut and then the television cut. I prefer the television cut. I don't dislike the theater cut. I thought that this looked sensationally good. It's very crisp, especially even like the optical effects and stuff in there. They're charming. You clearly see where the optics are and all that, but there's such a definition to this. I was super excited about this because I thought the Scream Factory Blu-ray looked really good. I think that was a 2K scan on those. I know for a fact at least the television scenes were 2K scans. But yeah, I was ready to watch this, and I gotta say, man, this one looked sensational. Just a really great 4K. In terms of scans, one of my favorites this year, especially when they get to the island and you're seeing outside in the water, on the beach and everything. Man, when the sun's hitting, everything just looks primo. So I was really, really happy with that. And then, you know, one of my favorite scenes of all time in a monster movie is in King Kong. In this King Kong. And it's when Kong is fighting the giant anaconda snake. And on 4K, it was great. This reminded me a lot of like the Godzilla 2014 4K, which made me a bigger fan of that movie because I could really see it. They did that 4K so well. Same with King Kong. Those night scenes I thought were really great. You could still see like how far back everything seemed, how long the depth in the image was when they're fighting at night and you see the snake and it's so slimy. And yeah, and then he rips the snake's head off. It was... Man, it just looked really good. Really good. As you can see, I'm very excited about this because I love this movie. So it's an experience. You know, this movie's absolute experience. So it looked fantastic. I would give the picture quality a solid 9 out of 10 on this, top to bottom. Somebody had messaged me asking if there were audio issues on this. And no, I didn't notice it. I swear I didn't. I don't know if maybe there are some discs that are messed up or not. I never noticed any bit of audio dipping or lagging off at all, because I remember focusing really hard, especially at the last scene where Jessica and Bridges are running and they're going back down by the cars in the city at night. I was watching their mouths and I was like, oh no, I didn't see anything. So I don't know if how big that rumor was or not. I just had one person ask me about it, but no issues with me on my end. I thought everything looked and sounded great. Here's the Steelbook when you take the slider off, and you've got your Blu-ray and 4K disc stacked like that. And then the discs out, they make this incredible picture. Yeah, Artwork-wise, this is my favorite Steelbook so far this year, for sure. Super happy with it. So we'll go to the menu screen. If you want to look at the audio levels or the audio mixes they have on there, we'll do that. In terms of special features, I'll tell you about that when we come right back. All right, guys, so here's the big thing. Should you grab this or should you stick with your Scream Factory release? So obviously both releases have this cut and the television cut, which is good. My honest answer, to be frank, the Scream Factory one looks good, and this one looks better. They both look really good, but this one, you can see, man, it's so uncompressed, to the 10th degree uncompressed. So picture quality wise, naturally, and this should win, it does win. Then let's look at the special features. This doesn't have any special features. It's got the trailer, I think. On the Scream Factory one, there's really not much special features either, but they do add, like, I believe some TV spots and things like that. Nothing special feature-wise that the Scream Factory had. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to pick up the Scream Factory version based on special features, because just look up the trailer and TV spots online if you need to. Then the other thing I want to talk about, obviously, is artwork. There's the Scream Factory release, which if you want it with the slipcover, you'd probably have to buy it on eBay to secure that. But I think that this Steelbook is incredible. I much prefer this. Just the back art alone, to me, is a work of art. So artwork-wise, I definitely will go with the 4K. Now, which one should you get? God's honest truth, it depends, right? If you're a super fan like me, if you love monster movies, if you love seeing prosthetic effects done at the highest budget, and you need to experience this at its highest format, I definitely prefer the 4K release over Scream Factory. Let's just say, I like this movie, it's fine, Christian, it's not my favorite, but I want to have it too, blah, 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 and I don't own it, but I've seen it. I would say, dead to rights honest, pick the one online that you can get cheaper. If you can get the Scream Factory release much cheaper than this, go with the Scream Factory release. But if the price points aren't that far off from each other, treat yourself and get the Steelbook, because this is just gorgeous. So that's my 2 cents on that, guys. That's my recommendation. If you don't own this at all and you want to see this look and say just incredible, this 4K I was so happy with it. I am a super fan, so I'm going to be a little bit biased. I want to like this, but thankfully I really did. I would have been crushed if I had to come on here and say I thought this looked bad, but yeah, very happy with this, guys. King Kong 76. So I recommend this, but obviously there were certain caveats I brought up. And I don't recommend this release at all, this version or this regular Blu-ray, unless you just want to have it cataloged in your collection, you want to own it. Yeah, but picture quality-wise, this was horrible. I don't know what happened with that. Just really bad. I don't know, guys. Thank you for watching. This is your old pal CHH. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.